I mean, I stumbled upon this that everybody was talking about Candace Owens yesterday and ice, and not the ice that is terrorizing the streets. No, not that ice, but actual ice. You know, when water gets cold, it freezes and forms what is called ice. If you don't know that by this point, then I don't know what to do for you. But it seems that Candace Owens needs some kind of refreshment or refresh, the lessons that she learned at school, back in elementary school, I guess. Because she said, back online after internet blackout, I grew up in Connecticut and I have truly never seen an ice like this ever. The temperature is 30 degrees, but the ice on our trees tops is not melting at all. Never seen anything like this. Anybody else? I will take a video to show you guys what I mean, but it's almost like dry ice. And no, dry ice is not actually ice. It's a completely different chemical that it's called dry ice because of reasons. And it's taken out an absurd amount of trees. Again, 30 degrees and none of the ice is dripping from the trees. Now, you know that I come from Venezuela and we don't use Fahrenheit back home. And yes, we use Celsius. And I found out that 32 degrees Fahrenheit are 0 degrees Celsius. And the 0 degrees Celsius is very useful because, we use that for the freezing point of water. 0 degrees Celsius, freezing point. It's very easy. And so, yes, it equals 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So why was Candace Owens confused about ice at 30 degrees, which is below freezing? I don't know. One thing that I do know is that people have been consistently and systematically making fun of Candace Owens' pronunciations of the English language. And this is how I felt. As in, oh, look, people are making fun of Candace because of, oh my God, she mispronounces words in English. And I couldn't help but think, oh, Jesus, maybe you can sit this one out. I will sit this one out. In all cases, yes, I know how to say architecture, but that is one thing, right? I'm not gonna criticize her at all for this. I want to pronounce English properly. So many of you have helped me in that regard. Even if I can have, my Latino accent every now and then, I can go full Ricky Ricardo or Sofia Vergara, and I go with the Latino accent or Antonio Banderas, but still, I want to pronounce English properly. And yeah, sometimes you can have some challenges because English makes no sense. And these statements from Candace either don't make any sense. Brita, no soup for no, forgive me. This is... I usually try to post clips without a ton of emotional rhetoric attached, but this is disgusting and hypocritical to me in the extreme. Candace pretends that Erika Kirk is not emotional enough about Charlie. Are you freaking kidding me? We need that. This guy. What is his name? Hasanabi clip. Are you effing kidding me? Let's see if this is something that she actually said.
I felt live listening to this. It is the general tone that is off-putting. It's the laughter that is off-putting.
You're not the body language girl. I am the body language guy. I was here before you. You can't do that. Stay in your lane. But you can, I don't know, maybe, not me. You can call some kind of other specialist on the topic, but she's sounding off-putting. That is my job, Candace. What are you doing? No, you're getting in my turf. You're getting in my turf right now.
Again, we are not even 2 weeks after watching your husband be assassinated. We're talking about numbers and metrics that have been hit. And my husband's dead, not to be morbid. That is a sentence that and this was not my husband, and I had no sort of the type of relationship that she had with him, that I was able to utter. Least of all, that's moving pretty quickly to the acceptance phase.
All right. Notice that Candace is doing exactly what I avoided doing during my analysis of Il Scam Omar's attack. I was not judging Il Scam Omar's reaction in itself. I was judging the time that it took her to react that way. So yeah, one can react in many ways, especially one can grieve in many ways. One realizes days, as Candace is saying, that something has to be done with Charlie Kirk's legacy. And I don't know if I don't know if she doubts that if God forbid anything happened to her or anyone, your spouse could carry on that responsibility. Nobody wants that happening to anybody. But again, judging, how off-putting. There's something, the usual with her fans that say, there's something strange about Erika Kirk. I have to paraphrase Matt Walsh again. If Erika Kirk shows up, she will be criticized. If she doesn't show up, she will be criticized. If she is in full makeup, she will be criticized. If she doesn't apply makeup, she will be criticized. If she doesn't cry, she will be criticized. If she does cry, she will be criticized. If she shows up, and I don't know, if she forgives Tyler Robinson too fast, she will be criticized. If she doesn't forgive Tyler Robinson, she will be criticized. Well, this is way too much. This is way too much.
Now we know everybody grieves differently. In my imagination, I just thought she would be more upset.
Okay, I guess that is the kind of receipts that her fans tell me and hammer me over and over again. Not anymore, I guess, because they have pretty much unsubscribed from my channel. Thank you. I appreciate that. And they have either blocked me on Twitter or I have blocked them after making fun of them at this point. Again, it's this is a level of unhinged that is not to be taken seriously. But she's saying that. It's like the receipts are in my imagination. It's like the one that I was... Charlie told me this on a dream. Those are the receipts that she is bringing. I don't know. You can go ahead. Hit the... if you have subscribed, you can hit unsubscribe right now. I double dare you. Go ahead. Make my day.
And I want to be clear, the overall mood of this call is extraordinarily upbeat. It's extraordinarily happy. But of course, as the CEO and chairman, she does have to address the elephant in the room, the morbid elephant in the room, if you will, because it's an obligation.
You notice what Candace is doing. I'm going to tell you what Candace is doing right here in terms of manipulation. Is the classic, I am not saying that, all right? She said, yeah, I know that everybody grieves differently, but, all right, it's like I told you, I want you to not think about a blue giraffe or a blue cat or something like that, or a blue animal, a blue turtle, and you just thought about a blue giraffe, a blue cat, a blue turtle, as I was telling you to not think about this. So that's how it works. You say, I am not saying this, but this that you're not saying, you already said that, and you're planting that idea in the mind of whoever is listening. That is a way of manipulating people. You plant an idea and you prime people's minds into thinking about the thing that, I am not saying this, but... Yeah, that is an insidious way of manipulation. But if you have been watching my show, my channel, my videos for some time, you already know that this is one of many ways that people manipulate or can manipulate you. By the way, this was interesting. You know that Kanye West released this letter saying that he was apologizing to Jews for his bipolar outburst with the swastikas and all the stuff. And since Kanye West, that, Candace was, I don't know if she still is, a big fan of Kanye, was apologizing to the Jews, nobody knew that she was going to be in shambles because of this. So this was going to be interesting. This was going to be interesting. Let's watch this.
Anyway, just wanted to very quickly comment because people were pinging me on this about Kanye taking out a full page in the Wall Street Journal to apologize, Kanye's apology. I just want to just broadly say this because this comes up all the time. There's always this, Candace, Ye, I love Ye. He's like a brother to me. I am never going to turn my back on Ye. I'm here for the Ye of all seasons.
Okay. While he's alive, I guess.
He and I agree on many things, disagree on many things at all times. If he wants to apologize to people that he specifically has hurt, he is welcome to do that. And of course, for people that are now trying to construe this and attach and put Candace, this has nothing to do with my viewpoints whatsoever on Israel, people who mass murder children. So I support Ye in everything that he does, and if I don't support him in anything, I will speak to him directly. So I just wanted to state that because people were asking me, what do you think about this? It's Ye. Ye is always doing something, whatever he wants to do. And the reason why he and I get on so well is because Ye's got to be Ye and Candace has got to be Candace.
Notice that Candace did the thing that I have told you that is the way that we should address these topics. One thing is Israel as a country. One thing is the Israeli government, we could say Bibi Netanyahu, and one thing is the Jews. And she, at no point, she said the words, the Jews, of course. Oh, yeah, it's, because this is the problem. And this is the, how hypocritical is all this. Because that is precisely the kind of manipulation that we're talking about. She doesn't need to address directly the Jews, okay? But she knows that when she mentions Israel was behind this, or Israel was behind that, or Israel was behind Charlie Kirk's assassination, people are going to blame not Israel precisely, not personally Bibi Netanyahu, but the Jews in general. Because you know this trend that is, I don't know why it's trendy to blame the Jews for anything, for everything. Like they are in charge of everything. They are to blame for everything. And I would say, if they are in charge of everything, then we have nothing else to do. We can go on with our lives. It's like, right? So, but they are not in charge of everything. That is the thing. But again, she had to say something. She said big nothing. She tried to distance herself from this statement by not saying the words that could be at direct odds with Candace. But she was, oh, no. I have been talking about Israel as the, Israel government. I never have criticized the Jews. How dare you think about that? And you can see the people who say that, share her stuff and on X, the comments that she has, how do they mention the Jews, Jewish people? Have you noticed that? And she doesn't care. She really doesn't care. As long as the money is coming, that is, I think that is, she's okay with that. But yeah, the Kanye thing went from left field. But I would like to know, what do you think about this in the comments? My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Bar Language Guy. Much love and bliss.